And okay, so your party.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're full recording.
Okay, we're good. We're just there.
Your party has been.
And we're back.
Yeah. So yeah, after you get up from the ground, after being knocked to the down by those logs, you're like, okay, fine. So you put the thief, you put here in front of the party.
Yeah, I'm putting Care in front of the party. And I'm gonna tell him it's like, you're so good with traps, you figure out where the traps are.
He's like, well, excuse me. Yeah, as far as I can tell, so then next room, you just doesn't even say there's a door. Oh wait, double doors. Okay, use double doors of beaten bronze. Work to resemble a forest of seaweed.
Okay, so
you're standing at now, and behind you is the logs that are blocking the passage.
So we can't move forward again.
You can't move backward again. You can.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Yeah, but so the first thing to check is, are the doors locked? I don't want to open them. I just want to see, are they locked?
The thief is gonna look at him.
I want him to examine the doors. I want him to take a look at it.
Okay.
Before he looks at it, I want him to put his ear to the door and see if he can hear anything on the other side.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, the thief does have the ability, if you've been reading those character sheets.
I may have glanced at the thing called Hear Noise.
Yes, the thief has several abilities. Hear Noise is 25%. And I'm trying to figure out how do you... They don't have a search thing on here, eh? Like... Really? There's no real search skill in this game, so you'd have to just pull on the door to check it, really.
But first I want to hear
open locks or move traps. It doesn't have anything like that. So anyway, yeah. So this is this. So I'm gonna guess that Hear Noise. So it's 25%. So I'm guessing it's 25 or lower, and he'll get it. All right. So I'm not gonna let you see the results. Okay. So he says, he puts his ear to this door, and he says, I hear something. He said he hears something moving around on the other side.
Okay.
He says, I can hear something on the other side, but that's about it. Kind of sounds like watery, like something like footsteps in water. And then the cleric is just like, oh, well, there's no other way to go, so...
Yeah, no, I'm standing here thinking of like, what are the odds of me opening that door and us getting flooded with water in a hallway we can't go back?
He says, well, the water, he sounds more like shallow water, like, not like the whole thing is filled with water.
Okay, then I want him to I want him to first check the door for traps.
Yeah, we looked at the traps, he didn't see anything.
Okay, and they're just plain bronze doors, there's nothing on it other than the seaweed.
Double doors
motif
of beaten bronze work to resemble a forest of seaweed.
Okay, so I want Care to very silently, in his stealthiest way, just pull the door open and peek through.
Okay, let me look at my map. Okay, okay.
While trying to conceal his light, just as what if he can.
Yeah, he's gonna put the light like under his cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, yeah, okay. He just puts it under his cloak. Where is that? Okay, 3. Pitch. He says. Okay, he looks at it and then he closes it back. He just looks in there and then
I just throw him with a peek.
Then he closes it back.
And I go, what do you
without
see?
making noise. He says it looks like it's a stone room. There's water. Mud on the floor. There's a big boulder in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all he can see. Just like mud on the floor.
But you said
boulder in the middle of the room.
But he said that he heard something moving. Like something or someone moving.
He says that's all I can really see without opening.
No, what he heard before.
Well.
What was that noise? Something or someone.
Hold on a second.
So you know what? I'm an almighty warrior. I'm gonna have him open the door. Just open it straight up and put it.
You're gonna walk in.
And I'm gonna walk in. I'm just gonna stride right in.
Okay. So you open the door and you walk in. Your companions are kind of behind you.
And I'm just gonna walk in. I'm gonna stand and just open the door and stand there and pose.
The room is constructed You look around.
And I look around.
The room is constructed of large
With my sword out.
blocks. Yeah, buttressed in the corners. The walls are wet and slimy, and mud covers most of the floor in a thin coating. In the center of the chamber, there sits a large, polished boulder amid a pile of smaller, rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall, about and colored brown with dark streaks and spots.
Okay.
Leaning against it is what appears to be a bamboo staff.
Okay.
To the right and left of you may be seen stone doors recessed into the wall. Are you going to walk into the room, or that's it?
Except we walked in. We stepped into the room, but I'm posing right now to look around.
You can kind of see another stonework door in the shadow of the boulder across the way. There's another door you can kind of see. So in the mud around the base of the boulder. Oh, okay. So, okay, in the mud, see, now that you get in, you see that something is moving around. In the mud on the base of the boulder, you can see a small moving shape. As you get closer, you can see that it is, in fact, a crayfish walking through the mud.
A crayfish?
A crayfish.
What's a crayfish?
A crayfish? You don't know what that is? Look it up on your thing. It's a little, like a little lobster, like almost. Okay,
and it's walking in there, and is it a big crayfish, or is it
It just says a small moving shape, and it's a crayfish. I assume it's an actual sized
crayfish. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that, like a 6 inches, maybe.
So, are there any loose pebbles or rocks around me?
Hold on a second. Yeah, it just says small. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take a look. Hold on a second. So you're gonna walk in. As you're walking in, you notice that the floor is very slippery.
Okay.
You feel like if you move too fast, you might actually fall.
Okay. But is there anything
hold
loose
on a second.
on the floor?
Wait, hold on a second. Let me read it. Well, as I said, there was it's a large stone boulder amid a pile of smaller round rocks. So there's some rocks next to the boulder. Yes.
Okay. But is there anything near me? How far away from me am I from the boulder?
It's not too big. It's hold on a second now. Let me look at this room. This room is how many feet was that? It's not too big. It's like a 30-foot by 30-foot room, maybe. By your assumptions.
Okay, I'm just seeing what I have on me. No, I don't have anything on me.
Not really sure how big those squares are, but whatever. Let's say it's like 30 feet by 30 feet, whatever.
Okay,
it's not that big. It's maybe. It's like larger than the room you entered, though, sort of.
Okay, but it's
like this one is more of a square. This is not like
more of a square.
It's than a rectangle.
And the boulder's in the middle of the room.
It's right in the middle of the room.
Is it on an incline? Is it sloping down?
In a pool
of
mud.
Around a pool of mud.
And
there's a bamboo staff
leaning on it, and there's a crayfish walking around. And there's a few smaller rocks.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do is I want to throw something.
Yeah, I think you can only kind of.
I want to throw something into the mud. I want to make sure that nothing else is in the mud.
So are you going to approach it?
No, I'm going to approach very, very slowly.
So the
bamboo
crayfish,
staff.
When the crayfish is approached, it waves. It advances on you and waves its little claws in an aggressive manner.
Okay. So No, yeah, continue.
Okay. And it says to you in Olman, and
which I speak.
You speak, and your companions don't speak Olman, but you speak Olman. In Olman, it says, "Who is this? Who dares to enter the chamber of the Guardian? You had better go, or I'll have to discharge my sacred duty. Be off with you before I lose my temper."
So, just really quickly, I go, "Crayfish is mad at us. He doesn't want us in here. But we have nowhere else to go, so I'm going to speak back to him." So I'm going to look at him.
And they look at each other, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
They're looking at me like, "He's talking to a crayfish."
Mm-hmm.
So I look at the crayfish, and I go, "Hello, crayfish. I am Rhialle, the Wanderer of the Olman people." I don't know. I forgot my backstory.
Yeah.
It's like, I am one of you. It's like, thrust accidentally into this area. I want to parlay with him. I want to talk with him. What can I do for you today to get you into this vehicle? I mean, what can I do for you today?
It says,
what can I do to appease you, O God of the mud and
The crayfish just says, "I guard this room." He doesn't seem that.
I guard this room.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't seem that particularly bright. He seems like it's a little crayfish. He doesn't seem that smart, but
so I'm gonna.
It kind of seems like he was sort of just given one instruction.
So I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna look at. He sees our whole party, right?
Yeah, he can see you. The three of you standing there. There's nothing else in the room besides the boulder.
Okay, because so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn to Karen and go.
He asked who you were.
Oh, yeah, I told him. I am Rhialle the Wanderer.
Yeah.
I am the Omen.
Okay.
I am one of you.
So he says, what do you want in this place then?
I want that stick.
He says, this?
Yeah, the bamboo staff. I want that stick.
He says, that's not a staff. And he looks back at you.
Okay. He's like, I'm like, it's a lever. Go, Karen. Can you go inspect that thing that's not a staff?
He says, whoa, do not approach.
Oh wait, I was under the impression that the staff was.
Now the crayfish is in between you and the staff.
I pull up my bow.
You gonna shoot it?
I'm going to shoot the damn crayfish. No, actually, no. I'm going to pull out my bow. I'm just going to have it ready and just go, what?
Hey,
what?
You pulled your bow out?
Yeah, I pulled my bow.
So the crayfish turns around, and it runs over to the staff, and it jiggles it with his little claw.
It's a lever.
And he says, "Wake up!" All of a sudden, the boulder kind of starts to shake, and the boulder kind of starts to rise, and the staff starts to move. You see that it is actually a giant crab.
Oh,
Two
nice.
Two little eye stalks pop out. The bamboo staff actually one of its legs.
Oh, okay.
And he says, "What's going on? Who awakens Calcakila?"
Calcakila, I am Rhialle the Wanderer, and I seek an audience with you. And then I just turn back and I translate to them quickly.
And they're like, "What the hell's going on?"
It's like I had to threaten him because he did not seem that bright, and I wish to speak with you and only you.
It says, "Oh, I see.
I have come from far away.
What did you awaken me for, then?"
I seek your assistance in returning to the surface and putting the end to my enemies.
I see. He says, So he says, I was brought into these warrens when I was very young, so I really don't know much beyond this area.
Could you tell me if the doors to your room are locked?
He says, okay. He says, "Oh, I think if you want to get out of here, you might want to go that way." And he kind of points with one of his little legs. And hold on a second, if I can make your map. Okay, so from where you are, your map. You started here.
Yeah, I'm in a
So
square.
yeah, you got a door
right
here, and here.
1 second. So I have a door where you said here.
There's one on each side. Yeah.
Okay, so door.
Yeah.
Door.
And he's like right there. Just like in the middle, a big crab. Now that he's awake. And he kind of points you that way.
So he's telling me to go this way.
I believe he's telling you to go that way.
So I'm gonna ask him what he knows of this place that we are in. Where are we?
Okay. He just says, where am I? He says, this is a shrine to Kamazats, god of the underworld.
And that exit you're sending me toward, I'm still thinking of Omen, and then every once in a while I just turn around and translate to Karen.
And you're like, "What's going on?" She's like, they're just like having a conversation on their own while you're doing that. They're like, "Yeah, so I don't know." Oh yeah, what's going on?
So no, just stand there and go. So the exit you said it will get us out of here, or will
Did you tell them that? And then she's like, "Oh, by Sternalia, this is out of the holy place."
Yeah.
And she looks all frightened, and then the other guy's like, "Yeah, we should probably make our way out of here." But
and
then grab anything of value.
And then I turn to Karen and I go, these aren't my people. We grab everything of value that's not nailed down. It's worth a high value. And I'm still going to ask him because it's like because if this is so, I just want to go up and look at him and I go, oh mighty creature before me, the exit you have we thank you for this information. And I go, but you said the only way out is through that door.
As far as I remember.
But
yes,
by out, do you mean to death, to the final release, or do you mean to the surface?
Oh, if the surface is where you're heading, I believe that's the way to go.
Okay.
Yes, but as I said, it's been a few years. I'm only assigned to guard this chamber, and my only companion, a tiny crayfish.
Who I might say is not very a bright crayfish. I apologize.
Right.
Is there anything I can give you in thanks for this information?
Well, he's a giant hermit crab. What's in your what's in your inventory?
Well, Rhialle's carrying
Let's see, other items.
torches, snare wire, sharpening stone, and sand. Water flask, salt, blanket, backpack, belt pouch. Because a hermit crab, so he'd like to have something on, but I'm not giving him my armor.
Yeah, I don't think the. Let me see here. Do you have food, or?
That's what it's like. I don't have food. We have garlic buds.
Where?
Under Mira, she has garlic buds.
No, you don't know what she has.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Well, I mean, you vaguely can see what she's wearing, but you don't know what's in all her pockets necessarily.
Yeah. And so I look at the others too, and I go, "Anybody have any food?"
Hang on a second. Yeah, I think I saw one of them. Where the hell is it? Here we go.
Thus, all we do is bring you death. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Other items. Here we go.
While you're doing that, I ask him. I go, "Is there
glass beads?
What can you tell me about the other two doors?"
He's just like, "You want any glass beads?" Care says.
And I look at the hermit crab and go, "Would you like to bedazzle your shell? What would you like some glass beads?"
And it just says, "I have little use of such things. I actually really enjoy my slumber."
So before I'll let you return to your slumber, just to check. Do you happen to know what's behind the other two doors?
He says,
would you allow us to check the other two doors?
He says,
"Oh, mighty and powerful."
Actually, let me take a look over here. What did he have to
Krabby.
say?
Mr. Krabs.
He just says, "I do not know much beyond outside this chamber."
What is it that you are guarding here?
Hold on a second. And it just says, "I am only here to look for interlopers against the god of the underworld. Since you don't appear to be thieves,
No, I
if you
believe strongly in that god.
If you wish to leave from here, then I can only bid you farewell."
I don't want to press him too much, so I'm actually not going to check.
more.
I'm not actually going to check the other two doors because I don't want to upset him by not saying I don't believe him.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to head to where he said to go. We're going to walk near the edge of just around the corners of the room, but very slowly, with care in front of us, watching for traps.
Okay.
Check for trap. Just make sure that we're still good.
Yeah, he looks at it, he's just like, doesn't look like anything.
Okay.
Alright, so, hold on a second. So you go into the door he indicated.
Yes.
You open it. The walls of this corridor are wet and slimy. The stucco
I know what that is.
covering has become saturated with water and is decomposing and sloughing off in spots on the southern wall, exposing the seams of one of the large stone blocks on which this structure was built.
Okay.
This. Hang on a second. Yada yada yada. Okay, so I'm gonna go back down to the freaking. Okay, so where you are now, it's a hallway straight ahead.
Okay.
And then it turns to the left.
So yeah, what do I see? So it's
and on the right side, you saw what I just described to you.
Yeah.
Where the hell was that?
So same tactic as before.
We should call this podcast
Meditations with Bob and Rand.
Okay, I guess on the right side of the wall.
Yep.
There's exposing a seam of a large stone block, so you can sort of see a stone block there, like.
So
But it's just you know.
So I want to inspect it.
And then it goes straight, and then the stone block is there, and then it goes straight. You're gonna inspect the stone block.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the door behind me first.
Yeah.
So that he's not in his view. Then I want to.
He doesn't seem that aggressive though. He just kind of lazily looking at you like.
I know, but I don't. I'm trying not to
speak. Oh man, there was no hostilities.
It's like I'm trying. There's no hostility. So I was gonna shoot that stupid little crayfish.
You're about to, yeah, but you luckily didn't. Yeah, so I hope you put your thing away. So
I put my bow away.
You quickly put it away after you got up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do this. I guess I'll go.
I just want to look at. I want to take a look at this block.
Between all of you, I'm gonna go ahead and say the thief knows. He's like, looks like limestone.
Okay. And is it heavy?
He kind of looks at it, and he. Actually, hold on a second.
Can you tell me if it looks loose?
Hold on a second.
Should I take a dagger and go around the edges of it and see if I can pry it out of there?
Hold on a second.
Whole building collapses, killing us all. The end.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out what your characters would know. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that.
As a person coming from a similar culture, enough so that I was able to trick the crab, what would I know about the god of the underworld and his temple? For he is not the god of homes.
Hey, it's a phone.
Yes, it is.
I thought we'd shut that off.
Yes,
hey guys, I'll just take a little hiatus for you. I'm trying to figure out what his characters would know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say. So, what do you want to do to this thing? Or do you want to touch? Do you want to? What did you say you want to do? Take a knife to it?
Yeah, I want to check to see if it's loose.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm looking for a way out.
Well, there's still the hallway that goes straight ahead and to the left, and then there's this rock thing here.
Also, part of me's looking for treasure, but it's like it seems to be a very. I just want to inspect this thing. I want to see if there's anything.
Well, it's wet. You can see that it's wet. I'm just.
My worry is that we pull this stone out and then water starts coming in. Because this place seems very, very wet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Did you want to poke it with a knife?
Yeah, I wanted to go around the edges, and I wanted to see like maybe there's something hidden behind it.
So you can scrape away the stucco from the joints a bit.
Yeah.
You feel you can do that. So you stick your knife in, and the stucco kind of comes out.
I want to try to get like a good grip on. Like,
you're gonna touch it.
Touch it. Yeah.
Okay, you touch it. Yeah. So when your hand touches it, it burns your hand.
Okay.
The big rock itself, the wet stuff on the rock, yeah, it burns your hand.
Okay, so I pull away.
You take a point of damage.
Okay. Hot water burns the baby.
Actually, per round. So it's still burning you.
Okay. What can we tell about the water that's on my hand now?
Well, it's burning you, so you kind of have to do something about this because it's continuously burning you.
Whatchamacallit? So I don't know what's in their backpacks, but I know what they have the abilities of, right? Can they?
Like you can, like it's physically wet on your hand.
I know, but I'm talking about my workers because she had my workers. Yeah, my workers.
So as of right now, if you just touch something and your hand is burned, what are you gonna do, Randy?
I'm gonna rinse my hand off as fast as possible.
Yeah, so you gotta run back to the other door and open it, right? Go back to the crab room. Or maybe you can wipe it on the wall here, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but she also has a spell called Create Water, a drop of water to create 27 cubic feet of water.
That's a lot of water. You took 1 point of damage, Randy.
So I'm just going to go to like a wet part of the wall, because you say it's like really slimy, and just wipe my hand against it.
Hang on a second. The stuff I'm covering... Yeah, okay, so it wipes off.
Okay.
So you got a burn on your hand, you took 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You got like 50-something hit points.
So I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to go, don't touch. Fire, bad.
He's like, I can see. And she's like, maybe I'll heal that for you later if you get some more injuries, but I don't think you'll think you'll be fine for now.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna stand here. I'm gonna send Care. Like what? It's like not very far. It's like the last hallway we're in, right? Like similar distance.
Yeah, it's not that
far.
So
just I want Care to just walk towards that way and just take a peek down the hallway really quickly.
All right.
And tell me, and then have him relate back what he sees in a stage whisper.
Okay. Okay. He just turns back to you, and he's just like, "Yeah, there's nothing here." He says the staircase is just like collapsed.
So there's a staircase in front of us, and
there's a staircase, but it's collapsed, just like the room you originally entered in.
Okay.
Like it's been caved in. So he's like, looks like another dead end, another lead didn't go anywhere.
And I'm curious about this burning rock, but at the same time, I don't want to tempt fate.
He's just like, could have some treasure. And
hidden behind it, yeah.
Myra's just like, this is a waste of time. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, there could be treasure, but we how much time has passed since we came in? Because we only have an hour.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, you spent, only 5 minutes in the first room, maybe a few minutes in that hallway after you got knocked out.
Personally, I think we probably spent longer than 5 minutes in the first room. But
yeah. Okay, let's say you spent like 10, 20 minutes in there or something.
Yeah, because it's me in a puzzle room. No,
because you were looking at you're looking at dioramas for maybe 20 minutes, something like that.
And then I went, screw this! It's like, just unlock the door.
The 5 minutes in the hallway, talking to this thing, maybe another 5 or so minutes. Now you've been in here for like a minute or two.
And I'm just looking here. Sorry to disappoint you, apprentice. We got to get out of here. It's like we don't have time.
He says, "Yeah, I don't really see how we're gonna get past this burning rock thing, and I ain't touching it."
Yeah, because my plan was to rub your face in it. So, anyways, let's go. Let's go in. So I go back. So I'm just gonna open the door and poke my head back in.
So you go back to the crab room.
And I'm just gonna say, "Hello, Mr. Krabs." I forgot your name again.
Oh,
hello. It's like we are back.
You were leaving.
We were, but it appears that the entrance has been destroyed.
Oh, yes, I see. This place is a bit unstable. It must have happened a few years ago. I lose track of the time in here. He says, let me think.
Do you mind if we check one of the other doors?
He says, I think the way out would be, he turns it on that way, and he says, indicating the opposite way, like, instead of right, like the left way, if you would come out that first.
So he wants me to go cross him?
Yeah, well, you could go around the room.
Yeah, I want to go around the room and then go
hostile.
up.
He doesn't seem hostile. Like, he doesn't seem like he's upset.
And just for future reference, it's like it's like if this leads me nowhere when I come back, I'm gonna offer him water on the way out and just have her flood to death with water.
He's a crab.
I know, but no, it's a thank you. It's like maybe he's been here a long time.
Yeah, gotta burn down spells.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go check the other side. Then we're gonna walk slowly around the room. Just brazenly open the other door.
Actually, let me just look at the map here real quick to see the number. I'm like, why am I not doing it? 31 is the damn map.
I also don't know why. I turned off all the ringers on all my phones. I don't know why it was still ringing.
Okay. So this is 8 we're up to now. Alright. Oopsie. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about them phones sometimes. Here we go. So yeah, it's just a straight up little hallway. And then you go into another door it opens up to, and it says, "This apartment is wet and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup. There's about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. Within the room are many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary. Within the room, they lie on the floor, partially buried in the mud. Only one pedestal in one corner of the room remains standing. On it sits a small metallic 3-sided pyramid. Overhead, in the shadow-draped ceiling, are inlaid colored tiles depicting a starry sky and forming strange patterns in the area above the pedestals. Opposite the entrance to this room is another door."
And the door's locked.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm going to do? Turn around, go back to the room and go, "Hi, we're just going to check the other door first."
Okay.
It's like, because I'm not very bad at puzzles. I'm not very bright.
The last door.
And he goes, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me look at the crab. I just want to make sure he doesn't
get mad at me.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he says, so yeah, when you get to this the other door that was across from the way you came in.
Yes.
It says you touch it.
Like the one behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. It says this door will not budge.
Okay.
Apparently something is preventing the door from opening. Right.
So we've wasted half of our time in
here. Wait a second. Oh wait.
So the store is.
Hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. It's just annoying me. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they're talking about here. Hang on a second. Page 7, 43. What are you doing to me right now, game? What are you doing to me? Here we go. Yeah, it just says 4, but I'm not sure if it's like from one... If it's from this side or from the other side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're kind of being very vague with me right now.
That has been my understanding of this the entire time. It's been very vague.
Well, anyways. I have to pull on, okay. So anyway,
yeah, okay. I really don't know what to talk about, people, because Bobby's mumbling to himself now.
It's very confusing, this part.
He's mumbling right now. He's like, I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna kill every single one of them. And then looking.
So yeah, that's all it says is there's a pool of silt, sort of, that are
around that side of the door.
It's it's blocking it. There's like a pool of. The bottom of the stairway is the bottom of the door is filled with silt, which blocks the door.
Okay.
Okay. It appears that the door is meant to open into the room. Okay, sorry, this is from this side. The door is reaching the room. There's a short flight of steps down. The bottom of the stairway is filled with silt, which blocks the door. It appears the door is meant to open into the room. There are hinges on this side and a large grip to pull on.
Okay, so it's meant to pull in. So I'm just going to turn and go back to the puzzle room right away then.
Yeah, okay. Because it's about 24 inches deep.
Yeah, it's like that. There's literally we're being funneled into one room right now. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go to that puzzle room right now. So that wasted like what, about another 5-10 minutes?
It was about 5. Yeah, it's more like 2 minutes to 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
It was about 5
because you just looked at it, you're like, yeah.
Also, every once in a while,
door's all muddy.
Every once in a while, we're going as we're getting sucking in more poison.
Oh, what's her name? And you know what? The poison was not really. The poison seemed to mostly be contained in that first room.
In that first room, it's not been in the whole area. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the official rules, but that's my rules because I don't really feel it. Yeah, I'm not rushing it through in a time dungeon, unlike the actual tournament game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the poison was contained in that first room. But anyway,
Okay, so we go back to the puzzle room,
yeah.
And I can say that it has to do with. I can tell right away from your description it has to do with constellations and like the placement of the pyramid.
Yeah, let me get to that one. 8. Yeah, did you want me to read it again?
Yeah, because I turned and ran right away. I know you said there was
33.
Several whatchamacallits, columns.
In this room, okay, it's like a square room, but there's sort of like a little. Yeah, but there's like a little indent going in there and there. Other than that, so it kind of looks like a figure 8, like an hourglass. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you meant like this?
No, it's fine. You had it right the first time.
Okay.
It was just like a little hedge in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's wet. Walls are covered with slimy white buildup. 1.5 inches of water and mud on the floor.
Okay, I don't care about
overturned pedestals, statuary, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
One is standing.
The one is standing.
On of it sits a small metallic little pyramid.
Okay.
3-sided pyramid. And then overhead, a shower-tip ceiling are colored tiles depicting a starry sky and forming strange patterns in the areas above the pedestals. Then opposite this way, the entrance to this room is another door.
So, I'm going to go inspect the pedestal with the pyramid on it.
So you walk up to the little pedestal. The small pyramid looks like it's made of silver. And the thief is like, ooh.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, we steal this later. How heavy is it? Like, I don't want to try to...
It's small. It says it's small.
Yeah. But it's very reflective?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna go ahead and say you, since you are Olman. Your character
Yeah.
is
So
Olman.
what would I
that
know?
represents the god of the moon.
Okay.
Apokatakel.
So what can you? So is there anything else of interest of the other fallen pedestals?
This looks like the statue is made of stucco. They depicted Olman gods. It looks like there's a coyote, crab-headed, alligator-headed god, a feathered warrior, and a jaguar.
Okay. So I'm going to. Is his dagger with the light still shining?
Yep.
What happens?
It's gonna last a few hours.
What happens when he brings it close to the pyramid? Does it reflect the light?
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks like it's made of silver.
Is it doing anything to the sky above?
It doesn't look like it.
Is there any?
Upon approaching the other door, a dark green wet mass clinging to the wall above the door comes into sight.
Okay.
It appears to be green in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mass comes into my.
Yeah, it's just like it's wet stuff clinging to the wall above the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn and look at my guys and go, I got this, and then I'm gonna speak to it in Omen and go, oh my almighty keeper, disciple of the moon.
No, that's not it.
Oh, I can't talk to them.
Well, as far as I know, I don't think that's a keeper of the moon, but
No, I'm saying because it's like I know the pyramid is symbolic of the moon.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what it is. That's what the pyramid is.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like
yeah.
Oh, I'll basically go, hey bro, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. It just says it's. I don't really say anything about it. Just kind of looks upon closer inspection, you guys.
Does it look?
I think it looks like algae.
But it came off the ceiling.
No, it was like it's like that, like above the door.
And it
the
fell.
Wall, I think.
What do I notice about it above the wall?
Honestly, that's really all that.
Meanwhile, the two of them are like snickering behind me. Like he thought it could talk.
Yeah.
Our cleric seems pretty smart.
This looks like green slime. Yeah.
Does it seem alive?
Not really. She just like, let's just walk through the door.
Car, can you go walk through the Can you go look at the door? Can you go check the door for me?
Like silently creeps up to the door. And
without stepping in the puddle of ooze?
No, the puddle of ooze is on the wall above.
You said it fell.
Door. No, it didn't fall.
Oh, okay.
It's on the wall above the door.
Okay.
Yeah. He just looks at it. He's just like, he walks over. He kind of like pulls the door and steps back, and the door opens, and nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
I'm like, let's get out of here.
No, look at it. I'm gonna go. We're not touching the Temple of the Moon. We do, it's gonna eat us.
The cleric says, I think we should just not touch anything in here.
It's like I suddenly have a great distrust of everything around me. Let's just go through the door.
Yeah. So you just make your way through the door.
Yes.
All right. Boy, that took a while. I'm just looking at this. It's 38 minutes. Okay. What was I up to?
So is that a good stopping point, you think, for now? To say we came through the door?
Yeah.
Well, how about we set it for the listeners, and you tell me what do I see ahead of me as a teaser for the thing. Maybe get to the next room.
Okay. Oh boy, yeah. This looks. That doesn't look good. Okay. What am I looking at? 11, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 9. All right. 9. So you're in it's a hallway after that.
There's always a hallway.
There's hallways between the rooms, of course.
Yeah.
This hallway seems to be coated with the same slime found elsewhere, and the floor of the passage is covered with a layer of mud. Through this muck, a steady stream of water trickles in one direction. The stucco on the walls is slaking off, and there are silver slime tracks crisscrossing the walls and ceiling.
Ooh, the snail god.
Ahead in the darkness, they glow faintly. Across the east wall of this passage,
what can I tell
across one of the walls of the passage stands a 12-foot-tall stone statue of a man outfitted in native finery and holding a narrow stone tray in his raised arms. His eyes appear to be black gemstones. The right one drops out of its socket, balancing on the sweating cheek. Behind the left shoulder can be seen the hilt of a weapon, most likely a sword. The nose, forehead, and tray of the statue are chipped and scratched. Oh boy, we get an illustration you can look at.
And that's where we leave off.
All right.